Okay, this is quite a concise video on how to use Google Classroom to manage your assessment starting next Thursday for Inference, a week today. I'm going to show you this using my 12 MAS classroom, which is this one, but you'll be doing it for 12 MAT, and if you haven't got a 12 MAT classroom, you'll have to add a class. So add, create class, and I need to do this anyway for my 12 MAT class, and I will give all my students 38 PHP and they will be able to join the class themselves. But I will show you for my 12.1 MAS one that's already set up. Okay, that's what it's going to look like when I'm done. That's sort of a bit of a brief, which I'll copy and paste to give my students. So all you're going to do is come into your classroom, click Create Assignment, give it a title, give some instructions, and put the deadline in as Thursday, which I believe is Thursday the 7th is the deadline. You can put 3:15, which is the deadline. Okay, 3:15 on the 7th of July is when it's due. And then I'm going to add a few things here. The first thing is going to be an attachment. And if you look in the teacher drive, I PDF'd it, teacher assessment store, sorry, and under level 2 inferences you'll find the Inference Assessment 2016, drag and drop. I've updated it for 12 MAT so that times are right, 2 times are right. Upload. Okay, students can view file, that's not the one they write on, that's just the assignment brief. And then we need to, the other thing I did for mine is I actually just sent them the link, make sure, because they need New Zealand graphic.paparinga.school so they can get the data. So I put the URL address in there and add. And then the last thing is I send them a Google Doc that's pre-made, and I make one per student. Now I haven't made that yet, so I can show you. So basically on my Google Drive, it doesn't matter where you save this. Okay, if I come back to my drive and I go to Classroom, you'll have, see I've got 12 MAS Mr. Adam, that's my class, the one I'm talking to you about. Yours will say 12 MAT. Mr. and Mrs. something else, and I didn't make that folder, Google Classroom makes it for me, but somewhere in here, that's the assessment, I just create a new Google Doc, and I'm going to call it .9 Inference 2016, and then I'll just tell my students start here. It's amazing how many people you get an assignment 2 minutes to start writing here at the very top of it. Anyway, so that's that done, and now if I come back to Google Classroom, the last thing I need to do is stick in a Google Doc, that link to that Google Doc. So I've got to go and find it. Oh, there it is. It's nice right at the top. I made it 12:41. Okay, click to add. And then you've got to change this. I can't view the file. Make a copy for each student. Okay, so you could go and do this today, in fact, and then you could click down here and just schedule it in to send out to your students in a week's time. Literally in a week's time, send it out at 8:30 or something. Okay, so that's that done. That's the assignment paperlessly done, and the students will get there and know what to do. I'm not going to send it because the students already have it. So students will see something much the same as this. They go and read what to do. They can click the link to get to New Zealand Grapher, and this is where they must write their work. Okay. Now, once the assignment's underway, next Thursday, you'll get a window that looks like this under Classroom, in your particular class, and you'll be able to see all this. I've got 20 students, and I can see all their work and go in and see what they're up to, where, if they've done it correctly, and things like that. You'll see how I'm doing the milestones here. At the milestone date, what I do, instead of them turning it in, I basically highlight all of them. So hold down the shift and highlight the bottom. Hold down the shift. Over here, click make a copy. I won't do it with all of them. I'll just show it to you with the top 3. Make a copy, and it only takes about, to do all 30 of them, to do all 20 of them, it took about 15 seconds. There you go, it's done. So it says down here now, I've got to order copy goes through, copied, and then what I do is I go new, folder, and milestone 1 or 2, depending on which milestone it is, create, and then what I do is I go highlight again all copies, and then I click again, move to, and move it into the right folder. And then when I click on milestone 2, that's them there. I probably will never go into that folder again, but that's how we're doing milestones. That's on NCA requirements. And what else to do? The only other thing I think is worth mentioning is with the marking grid, students have to do a self-assessment first, and that's what students can tick in here, decide on what grade they should be, and then they will hand this in with this bit here signed, to say it's their own work, and then you'll get this piece of paper. So they should hand only one piece of paper to you, the rest of it is they should turn in electronically, and then you'll mark it from this piece of paper, and this will be our physical evidence of marking, and any moderation gets written on this piece of paper, and we file this piece of paper. It's just a tactile thing that we can use to give to students, so it's not completely paperless.